Okay, does the thought of making a phone call in English make your stomach just drop? If so, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to take that anxiety and turn it into real confidence by building a toolkit for crystal clear communication. Let's get right into it.
First things first, if you've ever felt your heart start pounding right before you dial, I want you to know you are not alone. It's honestly one of the biggest hurdles for anyone learning a language, but it's one we are absolutely going to clear today. So, why are phone calls so much harder than just talking to someone in person? Well, think about it. Face to face, we rely on so many things: body language, reading lips, little gestures to figure out what's going on. But on the phone, poof, all of those visual cues are just gone. All you're left with is sound, maybe through a terrible connection, while you're trying to keep up with someone talking a mile a minute. But here is the good news. This is a solvable problem. We're going to build what I call a clarity toolkit, a set of really simple but powerful techniques you can start using on your very next call. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, it all starts with one major mindset shift. And the core principle is this: you need to control the conversation with clarity. See, this isn't about having perfect grammar or a flawless accent. It's about taking an active role to make sure you understand and that you are understood. You get to be in the driver's seat here. So, how do we actually do that? Well, it all boils down to three super simple, super powerful keys. Just remember this little recipe. Step 1, slow down. Step 2, speak up. And step 3, enunciate. Let's break each one of these down. First up, slow down. I know when we get nervous, our instinct is to rush through it, but that is the number one enemy of being understood. When you make a conscious choice to slow your pace, you're not just helping yourself, you're giving the other person's ear a chance to catch up and actually process what you're saying. You're setting the pace. Next up, key number 2, speak up. And I'm going to give you a real number to aim for here. Try to speak just about 15% louder than you normally would. I know it feels a little weird, but it does two amazing things. 1, it helps your voice cut through any static or bad connection. And 2, and this is just as important, it makes you sound more confident. And you'll start to feel more confident too. And finally, our third key, enunciate. Now that word enunciate can sound kind of intimidating, but the action is actually really simple. Just focus on opening your mouth a little wider than you usually do. And, this is the big one, finish your words. Really make sure you pronounce those sounds at the end of words like T, D, and S. That one small change makes you instantly so much easier to understand. Okay, so you're using our 3 keys, you're speaking clearly, awesome. But, communication is a two-way street. What happens when you're the one who doesn't understand? Let's talk about how to handle those moments and give you the exact words to say when you feel stuck. This is the moment that causes panic, right? The other person says a name or a number, and your mind just goes completely blank. The most important thing here is not to panic. Instead, you're going to remember our core principle. You can control the conversation with clarity. Let's look at the tools you need. Here's your first power phrase. You need to put this one in your back pocket. It's polite, it's direct, and it is so effective. There is absolutely zero shame in asking someone to slow down. Honestly, most native speakers talk really fast without even realizing it, and they're almost always happy to adjust for you. This phrase right here, this is your best friend when it comes to getting critical information right. Please do not guess a name or an email or a street address. Asking someone to spell it, make sure you get it 100% correct. And it doesn't show weakness, it shows that you're careful and you're paying attention. I love this one. This phrase is a game changer because it works on 2 levels. First, of course, it confirms you have the right info, a phone number, a time, whatever it is. But second, it proves to the other person that you are actively listening to them. It's a total trust builder, and it works every single time. All right, we've got our mindset, we've got our key phrases. Now let's put it all together and see how these tools work in some really common everyday situations. So let's look at a few examples. Say you're scheduling a doctor's appointment. When they give you that date and time, what's your go-to move? You use your power phrase. Let me just repeat that back to you. What if you're confirming a delivery? You need that address to be perfect. Your key phrase is, could you please spell the street name for me? And maybe you're making that big call about a job. If the other person is talking way too fast because they're busy, you now have a polite and professional way to slow things down. Now, this breakdown is so interesting because it shows that a successful call isn't just about what you say. Yeah, using your key phrases is the biggest piece of the pie at 40%. But look at how much the other parts matter. A huge 35% is active listening, things like repeating information back. And a full quarter of it is just preparation, knowing what you want before you even pick up the phone. We've built our entire toolkit, from that core mindset all the way to specific phrases for those tricky spots. So let's bring it all together and let's get you ready to make your next call with total confidence.
So here's your final game plan. Number 1, always remember the 3 keys: slow down, speak up, and enunciate. Number 2, keep your power phrases ready to go so you can control the conversation. And 3, always confirm important details. The last piece of the puzzle is practice. Seriously, make low-stakes calls. Call a restaurant and ask for their hours. Call a store and ask if they have something in stock. Every single call you make builds your confidence for the next one.
And I want you to remember this. The moment you start focusing on being clear instead of being perfect, you unlock this incredible ability. It's not about hiding your accent or never making a grammar mistake. It's simply about making sure you are understood. That right there, clarity, is your superpower. So, with these new tools in your toolkit and this new confident mindset, there's really only one question left to ask. Who are you going to call first? You can do this.